I want to share a very interesting experience of a carpenter with whom I really learned quite a bit about how do you manage customers, how do you grow accounts, how do you do consultative selling, and from a carpenter. So we got our first homemade way back in 99, I remember, and since then he has been our carpenter for like almost like 25 years now. So if I were to look at how he kind of has been with us and how he grew his account, so one ritual that he used to always follow is that I'm Marwadi, as most of you know, from Rajasthan, and every two festivals at least, Holi and Diwali, he would get some Rajasthani sweet from his hometown, and come home and talk about his other projects, talk about what's happening in the market. And invariably, every 2-3 years there would be some new requirement that would come up. Either the kids would need a desk for their computer, or they wanted to change the look, or they would something or the other every 2-3 years. And then we moved houses, and every time we moved, I think he would be the same guy, because there was nobody else who would come to our mind, because he is meeting us every 2 times in a year and talking about what is happening with his other accounts, other projects, and like that we continued. And I remember, I think couple of years ago, when we wanted to move to a bigger place, and I asked him, and we were not planning to move to the bigger place, but I was just asking him about redoing the house. It was like 7 years, and we thought we'll do some freshen up of the house. And he said a very interesting thing, that he said that maybe your sons would get married and we would move to a new place, so might as well uh, do the house there rather than spending money now. Now this was an interesting way for me to look at it, because he actually had a revenue coming that year, but he sacrificed that small revenue to get a bigger revenue. And incidentally, that is what happened when my son got married. We moved to a new place, and he really got that new place, which was, I would say, maybe 3 or 4 times the revenue that he would have got. So when I reflect on this experience of, there's one carpenter who would not have gone to an MBA class, or I don't know, I didn't ask him how much he studied, but I don't think that he would have even done his 10th, because in most of these Rajasthani carpenters, they just pick it up on the job, like they just learn the skill as they are doing projects, and that must be the same case. But consultative selling and growing an existing account is great learning from this carpenter. So when I reflect on this, I do keep in touch with my customers. Whenever I go to any city, I go and meet them. I talk about what's happening in my own work. So but this is not really to get more business, but that is like, I saw in him that he was just there to really help us and give us the right guidance, and not really make money out of that was not his intention. So great learning from a carpenter on how you can do consultative selling and how can you with your account. So if you have any carpenter like story or anything that you want to share, how did you learn consultative selling and managing existing account, I would love to listen from you. Thank you so much.